Well, hello, friends. I'm so glad you stopped by. Today, I'm super excited to be sharing with you some genius ways to use Dollar Tree signs that aren't necessarily suitable for your decor because you might not like them. They might be too sparkly, but you like the shape of them and you want to recreate something with them. So, the very first one that I'm working on is this fall pumpkin one. I did love the look of the pumpkins, however, I did not love all of the sparkle that this fall sign had. Now, I did end up using the other side. I just still wanted to remove some of the sparkle so it does not transfer while I'm working on it onto my other side. I always find these dollar store signs, Dollar Tree signs all over the Dollar Trees, I guess, and dollar stores, but they have them for every season and they are great to work with, not just for decorating with, but also a very inexpensive. DIY supply product. I tend to use them for many different things, and sometimes I will even pop things off of them if you can, because I will use them in my other DIY projects. So very versatile, and for in Canada here, $1.25, you can't go wrong. I am using a scraping tool to remove the glitter, and I found that that works the best. Now, flipped it over and I am using Country Gray, even though it is more green than gray, from Annie Sloan to paint two of these. And then I am using a Sky Blue, I think it's called. This one is from your dollar store with more, and it is chalk paint. However, it was a little bit thick, so I did water it down a bit. I just got it and I did not realize that it did dry out. But the beauty of chalk paint is that you just add water and it brings it back to life. So I am painting two of these with that color. So while it was still a little wet and I was finished adding all the paint where I wanted to, I proceeded on using a brown acrylic paint just to add a little bit of, I guess, grooves to the pumpkins, which you will see shortly. I am just using a little bit of paint and wiping most of it off once I start doing the grooves, but right now I'm doing the stems first and I am not wiping any paint off. I am just applying it on as is, because you want the stem to show. The grooves I did not, or the lines, I did not want them to show um, very much. I just wanted them to be there so we can see the definition of the pumpkin. I think this is a great way to add dimension to your pumpkins. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, my name is Sonja, and I'm so glad that you decided to watch this video. I hope you are enjoying it, and if you are, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up, press that subscribe button and a notification bell so you don't miss out any other uploads. We are right into fall DIYs and tons of pumpkin DIYs, as well as just general fall. I love making signs, so lots of that stuff happening here. So I would love to have you part of my YouTube family. And if you're stopping by again and you are my follower, thank you so much for being here for me. I appreciate it so, so much. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying this video. I am now just trying to blend all of it in by adding a little bit of the green and the blue on top, just to make it look more natural. Now you can be done with this, which I was, or you can add some letters to it like hello fall or it's fall you all. I think that those would look great. I just wanted this plain pumpkin topiary sign, and I love the way this turned out. It is so rustic and it has that little bit of farmhousey feel, which I love. For my next project, I am using this, to me it looks like a mason jar, and I like the the little truck because as you all know, if you're following along, I love red trucks. So I wanted to kind of reuse that same red truck. And so I was trying to figure out what would be the best way. So I started off with removing again the glitter. And once I removed all the glitter, I took just a black marker. This can be any marker. You could also use a pencil and press real hard over the letters that are the existing letters. The reason why I'm doing this is because you will see I will be painting this with white, but I wanted the lettering, the words to show through so I can trace over top of them once I'm done painting with the white chalk paint. I will be using Annie Sloan white chalk paint to paint, and the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to just go with a small brush and outline the truck and the pumpkins because I will not be painting over top of that. I'm going to try and keep the truck and the pumpkins as they are. Some pumpkins I will paint over, but the ones in a bed of the truck, I am going to keep that on. And you want to go with a small brush just to outline everything because it's going to be that much easier to paint than over it. This did take 2 solid coats of paint to cover everything up. Once everything had time to dry, you can see the marker had a little bit bled through, which is what I was hoping that it would do. I am going to just trace out the outline of the truck. I wasn't sure whether I should do this, but then I just went ahead anyways, and I like the way it made the truck pop out. It almost made it look like it was a little bit 3D. And I'm going to take that same marker and trace over the letters. This is such an easy way to spruce up the sign if you didn't love everything about it. I wasn't crazy about the farm background that it had, and I think this will fit perfectly with my decor. I did want to add a little bit more stuff to it. I was originally thinking that I'm going to be adding a pumpkin to the bottom, but then once I popped the pumpkin off of a different sign, I realized that it was a little too big. But I really did want to use this pumpkin, so I ended up using it and adding it on top. Now then my camera died and I did not show you that I added a piece of burlap ribbon to the bottom. I just folded it, glued it on, and trimmed it. And I think this ended up looking really good. However, I did find the white to be a little too bright, so I am using that brown acrylic paint just to dry brush a little bit on it, make it antique a little bit more, and then just blend it a little bit more with the white paint. And I think this turned out really, really cute. I love it. Let me know down below what you think. Now moving on to the next project, I have picked up this fence for $2 at your dollar store with more a while back. I think it was still at springtime and haven't had a chance to use it. And then I came up with this idea and I thought it turned out super cute and I can't wait for you to see what I did. So I removed the little clips because you can buy more fences and add to it. I only had one, I only needed one, but I wasn't happy with how silver it was and shiny, so I'm adding that white Annie Sloan chalk paint to it, just very light coat. The brush, I think I dipped it twice for the whole project. So, because I wanted some of that black to show through, I didn't want it to be a solid coverage. And once this was all done, don't forget to paint the middle, the insides, and the outsides. I ended up adding some embellishments to it. I am using these burlap leaves from Dollar Tree as well as this ribbon from Dollar Tree. And I always say in the video, I am not a great bow maker, but I try. And I just made a normal bow, and then I just added uh, a folded flap on top, and I used some rope to tie it all together. And then I actually ended up using a burlap looking bow for a flap as well, just to I found the ribbon was a little bit too shiny for my liking. I like the colors. I'm not crazy about the gold on it. So I ended up adding, like I said, the burlap ribbon, just fold it in, and then I used a rope just to tie it all together. And then I added that little orange pumpkin to the top. So then I used the hot glue to hot glue the pumpkin as well as the leaves and the ribbon to the fence. And now the fun part, I had picked up this galvanized back of the truck from Dollar Tree, and I loved it, and I was trying to figure out how to use it, and I thought this was perfect. I absolutely love with the way this turned out. Let me know if you feel the same way. I think it's gonna be a fun way to add more truck decor into my decor. And like I said, it was a great way to use this truck. You can also build the fence with some of those paint stir sticks if you don't have access to one of these. So here it is. I think it looks fabulous. Well, I hope you have enjoyed these genius ways to use Dollar Tree signs. I love the way mine turned out. Let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite. Don't forget to press that like button. If you're not subscribed, press the subscribe button and make sure your notification bell is on because I have tons more coming your way. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.